swinging free for cancer, and raising awareness and funds for testicular cancer research in a most novel way.
I started wearing a kilt for another charitable reason, to help a PTSD for American veterans charity. Actually, it was actually started as an April Fool's joke. But everybody at work started asking me, what have you got under there? So after I'd finished up my list of all the lewd answers, I thought, well, there's something could be made of this, because if people want to talk about my undercarriage, well, I can talk about theirs, and if they're worried about anything sick and if they examine it.
Michael will wear a kilt daily for a year or until he raises $20,000.
You know, when you're wearing something every day, you end up getting a few of them, so they were getting a bit expensive to buy, so I got onto a forum and got a book and taught myself how to hand sew them. And now my daughters have all asked me to make them ladies' kilted skirts, which are a bit shorter. So now I've become the family tailor. The only thing I've ever sewn is skin, and I still catch myself referring to stitches as sutures. And so now I joke that I don't sew, I tailor, and I don't stitch, I man stitch. Well, they take me about 40 hours of labour, all hand stitched.
Testicular cancer affects about 700 Australians a year. About 15 or 20 of them die.
Do you know it's actually the most common cancer in men aged 15 to 35? Now, if it's detected early, it's a very survivable cancer if it's a seminoma, and that's a very close to 98 to 99% survival rate. To date, there isn't any good evidence to show whether a widespread screening program shows any benefit, and we think that there are a number of reasons for that. One of the principal reasons might be that men don't want to talk about it, men don't want to acknowledge anything, they will ignore any lumps and bumps. So I think that psychologically, testicular self-examination is now where breast examination was for women 40 years ago. And I think that wearing the kilt, it breaks the ice for a very sensitive area, which is in more ways than one sensitive, and it allows people to have a bit of a laugh and then introduce the topic in a non-confrontational way. The fact that I'm doing it for charity is one thing. The other one thing is just an exercise in community acceptance. It seems that all of a sudden what I'm wearing is other people's business, and so when I'm wearing a traditional kilt, I get kilt cops and tartan Nazis who think there are various rules about wearing a civilian kilt. I'm not in the army or a pipe band, so there are certain places they can put those rules. But secondly, with these utility kilts, the so-called tactical ones, I tend not to wear them in public as much. I wear them mowing the lawn or chopping wood, because while I don't have a problem with explaining to people why I'm wearing a kilt, I do get a little bit tired with explaining that something is in fact a kilt and not something else.